Welcome back to another episode of Book Smart Life Dumb. A special episode for a multitude of reasons. And number one, though, is that we made it out of single digit territory. We're up here in episode 10 land. And now everything's going to be double digits for the next 80 episodes, including this one. There. Boom. Also special because I did not record this one on a Friday. I recorded this one on a Sunday, the following Sunday, because my throat was completely trashed 2 days ago. It's still a little trashed today. So if this one's a little bit shorter, I do apologize for that. I do apologize on that one. But we push through. We on our run. We get this out by Monday. It's what we do. It's what we do here at Book Smart Life Dumb. What I will say is I can't remember the last time my throat has hurt that bad in a while. And yesterday on Saturday, honestly, it wasn't all that bad either. Like, it felt like it was like an overnight heal. It was an overnight fix until I got later on in the day. And then we started to do Book Smart, or not Book Smart. This is Book Smart. So we started to do show. And I felt like I had the smallest tickle in my throat. And today I've got that tickle again. So I might be ramping my way back into sore throat land. I'm going straight from this to going to help my folks move some stuff out of a storage locker. So we'll see how that goes. I have a feeling it has to do with the weather. A lot of the United States and the Midwest especially has been getting ripped up by some tornadoes lately and just some very rapid weather changes. 2 days ago, it was like 80. Now it's 40. I gotta say, this stuff is just, it's crazy to me how much I could feel it. It's just so wacky doodle, you know? Maybe this just happens every year and I forget, but I could feel it like in my joints now, like in my knees when I'm at work, trotting around doing work stuff. And now it's like my throat is just like not feeling great either. I don't know. It's weird, and I can't tell if it's just the weather or what. What I started to get though is these pressure sensitive headaches. I can't remember the exact term for it. There's it starts with a B. It's like a barometorial, something like that. Basically, the weather changes and the pressure changes with those weather changes can trigger headaches in a lot of people. And it's been happening to me a lot more lately. I wouldn't say that I'm somebody who suffers from something like that often, but here I am. And it's never like been bad enough to like send me home with like a bad migraine or anything like that. But dude, it's I'm just like, oh no, it's gonna rain later today. I better have my ibuprofen for my joints in my head. Yeah, I don't know. Is that, I wonder if that's just a part of growing up. I wonder if that's just a part of getting older, you know? I will say, now when I think about growing up and getting older, I never foresaw it being less of a fan of rainy weather. You know, I always loved the rain. I always liked the rain. And, you know, I've always literally liked snow too. And I like the rain as well, but I wonder if it has something to do with being able to just sit inside and enjoy it. I definitely would probably hate the rain if I was always caught in it. But even then, I've never been somebody who like shies away from being in the rain and being outside in it, you know? It's never bothered me to get some rain on my shirt. Never bothered me to have been drizzled upon and, you know, my hair gets wet or something like that. But it only doesn't bother me though because it's drizzling. It never bothered me because it was drizzling. However, if it was pouring rain, yeah, fuck that. I'm good. I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to do a smidge of any of it. But yeah. I mean, even now, like I've had like a bad knee for like 2 days. It's just now hurting again, which is why I'm bringing it up again. And I'm just like, dude, I don't get it. I don't get it. And I hate it. It's the worst. It's the worst, man. I don't know. I don't know of any like good like remedies for this either. Like hot tea or tea with honey is like the obvious one, right? But I can't think of anything else. No one's been like, oh yeah, suck on a lemon or something like that, which I feel like might make it worse. just the acidity from a lemon might actually fuck me up a little more. Or like hot soup. I don't know. I can't think of like great tea, like bad throat remedies. Let's see. Sore throat remedies. Let's see what we've got here. Gargling with warm salt water. I don't buy that. Honey. See, that's a tale as old as time. Fluids. Drink plenty of fluids. Okay. Cold treats like ice chips, popsicles, or ice cream that can numb the throat. I've never thought about that. Never thought about ice cream as a sore throat remedy. Humidity, that probably would help. Lozenges, like Halls or something like that. And they got throat sprays, and then they got pain relievers. It's like over-the-counter solutions. None of those have ever rung a bell to me except for honey. And I guess lozenges. I mean, everybody knows to take like a Halls, but I don't see that as like a... I guess I should see it as a remedy. But I don't know. It just doesn't like... It's not the first thing I think of, It's been a week for sure. Definitely has come with its own multitude of just me issues, though. Like less specifically in the news. I've definitely have been on like the struggle bus a little bit with the old beatus, the old diabetes, as it will. I can't remember the last time that I've had this many not spells, but like I can't remember the last time I've had low blood sugar this much. My blood sugar dipped this past week the most that I can't even remember how many times, but it's definitely been like enough to like warrant concern. And I've always wondered like if it probably does have something to do with like my newer diet and like the less carbs I've been eating, and that catching up with me with not really changing up how much insulin I take on a regular basis. But what sucks is that the whole point of the new way I've been eating food is to sit there and not have as much caloric intake. I'm trying to provide myself a deficit in calories. But because my sugar keeps going low, I keep having to eat candy. And that's just everything I'm putting in my body that like I'm trying not to do. Putting everything in my body that I don't want to put in there. And it sucks. It's like everyone's like, oh, that's it. Well, you must be lucky. I've had a few off comments and like, lucky you get to go sit down and eat some candy. That's an amazing perk. I'm like, no, it's not. You don't want to be the guy who eats candy every day. Sometimes twice a day. You don't want that. Everybody else's mileage may vary, but from a health standpoint, I wouldn't be that guy. Unfortunately, there are things I can get to help raise my blood sugar that aren't candy, like glucose tablets. Those are just straight up. It's just like a chalky, like quarter size, like little thing. It melts in your mouth, and it's just glucose. It's just sugar. That's all it is. It's like 4 grams of sugar, and it tastes like a raspberry. And you have that, and it helps you out. You have as many as you need to raise your blood sugar again. But I just haven't had any on hand. And I've had like this surplus of candy on hand because of work, because it's there at work and it's, free to take, and it sucks. And I try to like do like fruit snacks instead. I've noticed that the Welch's fruit snacks, little gummy fruit things, actually raise my blood sugar more than most candy do. Interestingly enough. And I don't know why that is. I know like those ones are like, you can pretty much trust that those actually have fruit in them. But that's like odd. That's odd to me because like, I don't know. I imagine like chocolate would raise my blood sugar a whole bunch, or something like that, something to that effect. But no, man, eating little grape shaped candies, little fruit snacks, it does wonders for me. And reading the nutrition labels, it does look a little better for you, but at the end of the day, it's candy. It's gummy candy. So trust it as far as you can throw it. Unfortunately, you can throw them very far. So maybe the wrong analogy to use in that instance. But I hope this past week has been good for you. I hope you had a great week. And if not, do me a solid. Restart. Take that deep breath. We're headed into Monday, or it's already Monday for you. Let's go ahead and have a better week than we did last, yeah? And if we had an amazing week, let's keep that momentum going. Let's have an amazing month on top of it. Hope you all did your taxes. The little tax day came across, what was it? Just a few days ago. Taxes are always fun from a content creator standpoint because 1099s and non-taxable income, because we're, us streamers and what have you, we are contractors. So we get our Bezos bucks, our revenue from Twitch tax free. So we always have to file with a different form. And that form usually actually costs us a little bit of money to file our taxes that year. It's stupid. It's never fun. It's never fun. But thankfully it's out of the way and I don't have to worry about it for a whole other year. And to put a positive spin on it, because unfortunately, I think my throat is tapping out here. Let's have an amazing fiscal year. Let's have an amazing American tax year going forward. Yeah. Have an amazing April 16th, 2026, all the way to April 15th, 2027. Let's have a great rest of our week. I hope you guys have a really, really, really good one and all of that, just to have a run-on sentence for you there. And if you're listening, don't forget to check out Booksmart Lifetime on Patreon. Don't forget to check out all the things down below and all that. And yeah, how was your tax adventure? Let me know, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.